So, an update to my last video. Keir Starmer now wants troops to go to the Ukraine. You know, troops from the British Army, and I am baffled at the point of peace, talks, negotiations. All of Europe have kind of come together to literally try and dismantle the best possible outcome to a very serious and complicated situation. I am absolutely starstruck as to why the mindset of European leaders is now, oh, peace is on the horizon. There's now a middleman that both sides take very seriously, you know, the leader of the free world. What we should do is come together, make demands to America, and piss off the Russians even more with more aggression, threats, and to stall the negotiation process that seems to be rather successful and seems to have been needed in 2022. But unfortunately, the prior president had no interest in this whatsoever. When it comes to all of this, I, like many Brits, and I'm sure many people across the world, are just out of F's to give. As you can see here, I have a big bag of these to give, yeah? And I'll be brutally honest, I'm sorry to use a prop, I'm all out. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here anymore for this kind of stuff. All I want is for people to sit down and talk, and for this to all be over. This is as simple as. I don't think people, like the average person, wants more lives lost, more conflict, more stress. I think the whole world is stressed out. You know, they slowly and surely started stressing us out the start of 2020. It's now 2025, and I feel like these past 5 years are a blur, and also simultaneously the longest years of my life. I don't think the average working man wants to send their kid to a foreign war when we have so much more stuff on our doorstep. It's egregious. It's nonsensical. And I'm quite frankly Ukrained out. I'm a Brit. I wave the St. George's flag and the Union Jack. I don't care for Israel. I don't care for Ukraine. And I sure as hell am not going to die for either of those countries. And I'm not going to risk my life for my country if it stands more with a foreign nation than the people on its doorstep of which they are meant to represent. I don't care for these conflicts anymore. They should have never happened. They need to end, and they need to end in the right way. It's crazy, a couple of years, people just forget like that. Do we not remember the false flag operation in Iraq? Lives lost for nothing? War crimes committed? Politicians walking scot-free whilst your friends' cousins, brothers, sons are no longer here? They're 6 foot under. For what? And we want to do it all again? This is a Groundhog Day sequel that I will not be buying a ticket to. It's pointless. And I speak my mind here because I'm sure there's people that are thinking the same things of me that are not hearing at other places. Because other places are funded, greatly funded, and are successful in pushing out demonizing narratives and pushing an idea, a bad idea, that will see more lives lost in a short period when we're already declining and we're already stressed out, man. I'm 23 years old, I got grey hairs. Now, I'm not attributing it to any of the stuff I'm talking about, but I can't be asked. And I speak for a majority of the population who some are afraid to speak up because of consequences or reactions from people who just follow news narratives. I just don't care anymore about this stuff. It should have never happened. It should have ended a long time ago, and it needs to end now. End of discussion. I don't want World War III, and I will not lose my life for another country. Let me know if you agree or disagree. But to me, this is beyond anything it should be or should have been.